Thank you so much, Bante, for agreeing to come and meet our students. We have around 300 students doing Pali in various different courses. Our department is a very new department compared to the other department. It's just 12 years old, and what we are trying to do in India is like reintroduce the culture, Buddhist culture, which we have lost. So what we are trying to do is, like with the Pali language and literature, we are also trying to introduce the culture through all the studies to the students, so that though the students, we are all being initiated into the Buddhist training now. So if you find us not very, Buddhistic in our what do you say, approach, but that is because we have not been trained in that way. So I welcome you, Bante, and we will be very happy to listen to you. So you can please, we request for the Dhamma Desana, Bante.
Uh, I would like to give my blessings and thanks to you, and thanks to all of you students, and especially Venerable Bodhimitra, who contacted me to see whether I could give a Dhamma talk during this Vasa Vasa. So I have come up with this topic, Dhamma for healing, because this is what I have been doing in this country for years. And I have been living in this country for 26 years. And while I was doing my full-time studies, I was also doing my full-time Dhammaduta Seva. And so my topic, Dhamma for healing, and this is going to be based on my own experience dealing with Westerners, and how I was able to bring healing to so many people. People from all walks of life, people of all ages. You can have pre-teens, teens, adults, seniors. So there's a thing of the Buddha. You can find this stanza in the Dhammapada. Dhammapada, verse 204, 204, which says, Arogya Parama Labha, Santuteng Paramang Dhanan, Visasa Parama Nyati, Nibbanang Parama Sukhan. And I'm pretty sure you have heard about this. And I find this stanza, this particular teaching of the Buddha, very powerful. The thing is, when I say the Arogya Parama Labha, the health is the greatest gift. Santuting Paramang Dhanang, contentment is the greatest wealth. Visasa Parama Nyati, a trusted friend is the best relative. Nibbanang Paramang Sukhang, Nibbana is the greatest bliss. So, especially those, I see this is the Pali department, those who are learning Pali, I think this is also a good lesson for them as well. Now here, I would like to focus on this field, like the health and the trust. Now, we all are human beings, no matter where we live. Although you live in India, although I live in Canada, although I'm a Buddhist monk, though you are not a Buddhist monk, no matter what class we belong to in the society, no matter what social status we have, no matter how rich we are or poor we are, as human beings, we all have a problem. This problem is had been recognized by the Buddha himself in the 6th century BCE, and I'm very positive you know this story. One of the four signs that Prince Siddhartha saw in the society, it was the sickness. So there is this we get ill physically, and for that we can go to doctors, we can go to clinics, and we can take medicines, and we can heal ourselves. Now, if we are suffering from fever, we can go to see the doctor. If we get flu, we can go to the doctors, or any other particular sicknesses. But for the psychological, emotional, the sickness, for that, the typical doctors can't give medicine. They can't prescribe the medicine. And of course, we now in the 21st century, we have trained psychologists and psychoanalysts, and to deal with the mind, to heal the mental illness. So, although they are trying, what I see is that today, majority of the people, even those psychologists, they can't heal their patients. And now, those days, they had not that so much respect for the Buddha Dhamma. Now they have developed so much respect in the Buddha Dhamma, because Dhamma works. Dhamma is the best medicine. That's why Buddha said in one of the sutras, he said, Dhammo sadha samang nati etang pibata bhikkhavo. Monks, there is no other medicine greater than the medicine of Dhamma. Therefore, O monks, take this medicine of Dhamma. It will heal you. It will help you. So Dhammo sada, I think that is the main theme I need to focus on. That's why I call Dhamma for healing. Dhamma for healing. So now, how does Dhamma work? How does it bring health, especially in the modern society? People are highly talking about mental health. I think it's very important for us to understand, even in every country, even non-Buddhist countries, they are highly talking about mental health. Now, how does it work? I would like to tell you a story of one of my students. Myself and my student have been featured by CTV National News. It's a Canadian national news. 2 years ago,
Okay.
month of January is the Mental Health Awareness Month.
Okay.
So at the end of the month, uh, the CTV National News crew heard about my student who was going to take his own life, and finally I was able to help him. And then he has become a motivational speaker now, and he himself is a child psychologist. He was also doing modeling. He's an art, and for some reasons he got into depression, and
Okay.
um, and then he was seeing a psychologist, and so the psychologist was treating him, but although he was seeing him, the psychologist was seeing him. Uh, his name is Ryan. I think it's okay to know, because it's not a secret now, because everybody knows it. Even if you Google, if you Google the Buddhist monk who saved the young man's life,
Oh,
uh, that was the heading. If you
okay.
Google it, it will show up. So what happened was, so this CTV National News crew was doing this story about him, about his healing recovery, and he was highly talking about me, and he said he's still living because of this Buddhist monk, and so the CTV National News crew were kind of interested. They were now, who is this Buddhist monk who saved your life? And then my student said he lives here in Toronto, and he said, "Can we talk to him?" He said, "I'm positive you can." So my student called me immediately. I said, "No problem. You can come to the temple." So they all came to my temple after that, and so they asked me some questions, and so what I did was, now how did I said, well, I made a very interesting statement that was touched by the heart of so many people in Canada. I
Okay.
said um, this medication can heal the body,
Yeah.
but to heal your mind, you need meditation.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah,
Yes.
the medication can heal your body,
Yeah.
but the medication cannot heal your mind. To
Yes.
heal your mind, you need meditation.
Yeah.
So actually, that is exactly what I did. So what happened was, this person's name, my student's name is Ryan, and he was going through some personal troubles. Um, I think he was he was doing modeling, and
Mm.
he so in so he met uh, a young girl who was also doing the modeling. They became, boyfriend girlfriend, and guess what? That girl is of Indian origin.
Oh,
uh, uh, though she was born in Canada, but her parents are from Goa, like
oh,
Indians.
really?
And so uh, this man, this Canadian, is a Caucasian white man. He fell in love, and they were having good time. But something happened. Then the girl was refusing him, and so he couldn't handle that. And so maybe they were going through this difficult time for some months, and eventually this young man, the Canadian man, uh, himself, and, like cutting his
Wrist.
hand or something like that.
Wrist. Okay.
He was becoming, he was going falling into this deep depression. So, so because of all this, that his irresponsible behavior made the girl distance from him. So he couldn't handle it anymore, and he fell into this depression. And so he was asked to see a psychologist. And now this order came from the police, actually, because he
Okay.
was trying to harm himself. He was suicidal, and so he was asked to see the psychologist, and he went to see the psychologist for more than a year, and so there was no progress. So the day he came to see me, actually he bruised himself, he cut himself, and he became completely suicidal. And so when he went to see the psychologist, actual psychologist knew me. He has come to my meditation sessions, and he would send his patients to me time to time. If he cannot help the patients, as the
Okay.
last report, he would send them to me. Uh, so he sent Ryan to me, and so when he came to the temple, one of our monks greeted him, and when he asked for me, that monk came to my room. He said, "There's someone who came to see you, but it seems he's harming himself." So I went to see him, and then I saw there are a lot of cuts in his hands and the face, and he became completely suicidal on that day. So I said, okay, and he was shaking too. He was shaking. Then I said, okay, welcome, let's go to the shrine room, let's sit down, let's talk. And I listened to his story. And of course, as I said previously, it was a love story that led him to this deep depression. He became completely suicidal, and he realized one thing. It was the wrong thing. Is I think when people become full of hate or going to deep depression, normally they try to do two things. Either they are going to hurt others, they are going to take life, they are going to hurt others, or they are going to take their own life. So he did not go to hurt others, but he just there's no point of living now. He wanted to take his own life. So after listening to his story, I told him uh, just one thing, just there's a saying in Sri Lanka. Uh, this saying, the literal meaning is there is not just only one fish in the ocean. There are so many.
Okay.
So why do you have to take your life for just for one fish? So, so when I said this, actually, it kind of shocked him, that woke
Yes.
him up. So
Monk,
then,
how can a monk say such thing? Yeah.
yeah, so and then so he started laughing. Then if a person laughs,
Yeah.
starts laughing, that means that person is now coming into the
Yes.
real consciousness,
Yes.
and he's trying to understand this. So then what I did was I was very kind to him, and I normally spend uh, maybe uh, one um, 1 hour with a person, and but on that day I spent 2 hours with him because I wanted to help him. And after that, as he was leaving, I uh, I asked him whether he would like to join me for a cup of tea,
Okay.
and he said yes. So I took him to the kitchen, and I made tea, and I call it tea ceremony, like in a Buddhist,
Japanese.
they have
Yes.
the tea ceremony. So I call it. Sometimes I invite people for tea ceremony. So we
Oh,
just
yeah.
do some discussion and mindfully sip the tea. And and after making tea, giving him a cup of tea, I also gave him some whatever I had, maybe some some cookies, biscuits, or piece of cake, or banana and an apple. So when I showed this kindness to him, like my generosity, and then that kind of changed him completely, because this is something that he did not receive from the psychologist.
Yeah.
And also, maybe this is a kind of care, kindness and compassion, maybe he was missing in his life. He thought there's no one to care for him, and his girlfriend left him. Now the psychologist, they're just talking, blah blah blah. Now when he came to the temple, and then he realized this monk not only talked to me for almost 2 hours, but he was kind enough to make some tea for him, and offer a cup of tea with all this biscuit and things. So now the man who was about to take his own life, and now he changed that mindset, that mentality. And so I then he said, Bante, can I see you every week? Well, I said, well, yeah, you can, but you need to understand I'm a Buddhist monk, and I have lots on my plate. I have a lot of commitments every day. I see other people, but I will try. I will try my best to see you every week. And then I said, well, in addition to this, if you like, you can come to my weekly meditation class, which is on Wednesday. I said, I encourage him to meditate, and I encourage him to love himself. That's why I'm teaching this. Now, when I teach meditation, this meditation has why does it change? Why meditation has a healing power? This is the real Dhamma. Uh, I think you might be interested in this particular sutta, in the Samyutta Nikaya, there's a section called the Satipatthana Samyutta. In that Satipatthana Samyutta, there is a very short discourse. It's the name of the discourse is uh, it's called Makkata Sutta. Makkata. In Pali, Makkata.
You mean monkey?
Yeah, monkey.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So, no, no. There's a Makkata Sutta. There's another. This particular sutta. It's called the Kumma Sutta. Kumma means the turtle.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I normally tell this story to so many now in North America. There are so many motivation speakers. They tell this story. They
Okay.
and also last year Hollywood. There's a Hollywood documentary movie, and I think people can watch that documentary movie in the Netflix. And
Okay.
I in that one of the episode I told this story too.
Okay.
Uh, that the name of the documentary movie is called The Mind Explained. And so I don't know whether India has Netflix, but if those
We
who have
have. We
Netflix,
have. But
yeah,
yeah.
so people can watch that Netflix documentary movie. And so they have done a wonderful job. And so now what happened was, so I tell this story. This is one day the this turtle went outside to look for food, and as the turtle was looking for food on the bank of the river, at the same time there was also the fox who came out to look for food. The fox saw turtle, and the fox was very happy. What a good day for me. I got my wonderful food. Turtle is there. I'm going to get him and eat him up. So with that, he started aiming at the turtle. Now turtle also saw fox, and but he was not happy. Oh my goodness, what a bad day for me. My enemy fox is there. Now he saw me. Now what can I do? Now he's trying to come to get me. Shall I run? Then the turtle realized running is not going to help me because they can run faster than me. Uh,
Yes.
and then, okay, what can I do? Ah, I have something to protect myself, to save my life. I have hard shell.
Yes.
And if I go, when he comes closer to me, if I go inside the shell, this fox cannot do anything to me because the shell is very hard. So he was relieved. And then when the fox got closer, the turtle withdrew. He went inside the shell, and then he remained inside the shell. Meantime, the fox was hovering around, thinking, uh, any moment this turtle puts the head outside, I'm going to catch it and tear it off and eat it. With this in mind, it was hovering around. So now, turtle also was thinking, I'm hungry. That's true. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. And but at this moment, rather than going out and risking my life for food, protecting myself, saving my life is more important than looking for food.
Yes.
So, and then he said, with this, he said, okay, I'm safe here. This fox cannot do anything to me. So the fox was hovering around, hovering and hovering and hovering and hovering. And at the end, the fox got tired of hovering and it
Yes.
abandoned the mission. It,
Yes.
when fox was gone, and then the turtle realized, now my enemy is gone. Fox is gone. Now I'm safe to come out. So then
Yes.
he came out and then he started looking for food again.
Yes.
So the story ends there. But the Buddha
Yes.
told the story for some deep teachings, but
Yes.
I made it very simple for the Westerners to understand.
Yeah.
So now who is this fox? But in the Buddhist teaching, this fox is the Mara.
Oh, yes.
Okay, this
Yeah.
fox is Mara. So I'm. I said, in our life in the 21st century, we have so many foxes in our life.
Yeah.
Let's say those who are working for a company, right?
Yeah.
Maybe the boss, the manager, the CEO could be the fox,
Yes. Yeah. True,
and
true.
at work, a colleague, a co-worker could be the fox,
Yes.
and in the family life, sometimes husband could be the fox, sometimes mother could,
Yeah.
and maybe sometimes children could be the fox, and
Yes.
they all sometimes parents could be the fox.
Yeah.
So sometimes could be the friend could be the fox, sometimes neighbor could be the fox. So there are so many foxes in our life, but that is physically. Now, what are the psychological, emotional foxes we have?
Yeah.
Those are the stress, right? Anxiety,
Mm.
depression, fear, sadness, guilt,
Yeah. Yes.
negativity, right?
Negativity. Yeah.
So, and this fox is what Buddha called is the all the Buddha call it the Mara, but real fox in our life is the dukkha,
Dukkha. Yeah. Yes.
right? So,
Yeah.
so dukkha, suffering, comes into our life in in in, in, in the disguise of in the form of so many things,
Yeah.
and dukkha visits us in the form of stress, anxiety, depression, fear, guilt, sadness, grief, distress, frustration, disappointment, you name it. There are so many.
Yeah.
So now, in order to get rid of this fox, I think nowadays in modern time, majority of the people are running away
Yeah.
this fox or foxes,
Yeah.
and they think, okay, if I go over there, I will be fine, I will be safe. If I have this, I will be safe. If I move to another country, I will be safe. Or if I travel to the moon, I will be safe.
Yeah.
But the thing is, no matter where you go, you cannot run away from this fox. This fox is everywhere, right? This fox is everywhere. So um, now, what Buddha taught us is that uh, to to free ourselves from this fox, then we need to be like the turtle. This is what I call the turtle attitude.
Oh, turtle attitude. Yeah.
or the turtle philosophy. Okay, turtle philosophy. You can say it in that way. And or so this turtle philosophy is when the turtle sees the danger in the environment, then it goes inside the shell,
Yeah.
right? So, uh, so now, becoming uh, or becoming the turtle, or turtle philosophy, or turtle mentality, attitude, behavior is what Buddha called the Satipatthana meditation.
Oh, going into himself.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yes. Yes.
uh, although Satipatthana has been translated into English as the foundation of mindfulness,
Yes.
right? But literal meaning of this Pali word Satipatthana is coming from three words. Of course, this is also the Pali department. So
Yes.
I, I would like your Pali students to understand the meaning,
Yes.
right? So Satipatthana has come from three words, and maybe when I come to India one day, I'm going to give them an exam, you know,
Okay. Yes. Yes.
on what's the meaning. So Sati Upatthana. Sati, of course, let's say mindfulness,
Yeah.
attention, awareness, something like that, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And Upa, that is the Upasarga,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Uh, and it has the meaning, Upa means within, inside.
Okay.
And Thana, like it's come from, like it's Thana, to
Yeah.
place,
Yes. Please.
right? To place. So what is the meaning of Satipatthana? Like the Sati again, let's say attention, okay? Let's say attention or
Attention.
mindful. And Upa means within, inside.
Within. Yes.
And Thana means to put.
To put.
Now, what's the meaning of Satipatthana? To put
Put.
attention within.
Within. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that is the meaning of the Satipatthana. Okay. And so it's like the turtle. Now, when you uh, put your attention uh, outside, you are in danger, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Yes.
And you are in trouble.
Yes.
So what is this fox? Maybe the past
Yes.
is biggest fox.
Yeah.
Then the future is another fox,
Yeah.
right? So if you put your attention to the past and to the future, guess what?
Danger.
You're in danger.
Yes.
So the Satipatthana means instantly like is the present moment. Present moment uh is the turtle or
Yes. Safe.
inside.
Safe. Yes. Safe.
So you will be safe here. So
Yes.
now then when we analyze this, now let's say in Ryan's case, that young psychologist who was suicidal. Now uh, she was having the real foxes like his ex-girlfriend,
Mm.
right? That he fell in love. So he thought, oh my goodness, without her, life is not worth, it's not worth living. And he felt like his whole world has collapsed and he can't do anything. And so he was thinking about the girl a lot, that fox. So, um, and then I made him realize, that you need to meditate every day. Like you can come, I normally encourage people to do the the loving kindness meditation, and also to do the mindful breathing.
Yeah.
So a mindful breathing, I encourage them to do in a very, I have developed a kind of, a simple technique, and I call it SSMK meditation technique. Now, uh, you breathe in, breathe out with this SSMK. So the first S means slowly.
Okay.
There's no rush. Breathe slowly in and out, right?
Yeah.
And second S, that is silently. Your mind is talking too much. Now you can kindly ask your mind to be quiet. So slowly and silently breathe
Silently.
it out. And then M means mindfully. Then you breathe in, breathe out mindfully. So always be mindful to remain inside.
Yeah.
Like, if you go outside, you are in danger, you're in trouble. If you remain inside, that is your green zone. Like
Yes.
you're
Yes.
out of.
Yes.
So though your mind goes to the past or to the future, you should be mindful of that and be mindful to bring your mind back to the present moment, the inside the shell. So when you keep doing this uh, breathing mindfully, and it helps you, and then you need to add another step, that is care for kindfully.
Yes.
And you need to really be kind and gentle to yourself in the present moment. So I give an example. Um, let's say uh, a mother, when the mother sees a crying baby, mother holds the baby, grabs the baby with so much love. And the mother knows two things. If the baby is crying for two things. Either baby made a mess. The mess has to be cleaned. That's why every mother, smells the baby to see whether the baby made a mess.
Yes.
And then the mother has to clean the baby. And after cleaning the baby, if the baby still cries, then the mother knows baby is hungry.
Hungry. Yes.
It has to be fed. So, and then after feeding the baby, and of course the baby stops crying.
Yes.
So, so I tell people now, of course, you are a crying baby now uh, because you made a mess. You made a mess in the past, so it has to be cleaned, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Has to be cleaned. Now, when we do this, when we read the Satipatthana meditation, Buddha made it very clear why we have to practice meditation, Satipatthana meditation. There are some purposes. The first purpose is Sattanang Visuddhya, to purify the mind. So that is to clean yourself, clean all the mess, let them go. And so I said, you made the mess, so try to clean it slowly and slowly, and you're crying because you're in pain. You're in pain. You need to embrace yourself with kindness, the way the mother embraces the crying baby. So you need to give a lot of love. You need to add a lot of love. If you don't love yourself, you can't love others. If you don't care for yourself, you can't care for others. So, uh, so I said, when you meditate, you need to do so with a lot of kindness and compassion and love. So, if you could meditate every day for 15 minutes with this technique, SSMK technique, it will help you a lot. And so this is the therapy I give to the people. And then so this man, the Ryan, he started coming to my meditation class. And then he saw there are many people. Normally, close to 100 people show up for my weekly meditation class. Majority of them are actually non-Buddhists, like Canadian white people. So, and so then, at the same time to time, I would see this young man for more counseling, spiritual counseling. Then he recovered. He got healed. He became normal. Now he does painting. He's an artist too, and then he has become motivational speaker. He's giving hopes to a lot of young people, like how you can uh, save your life. And guess what? This young man actually brought so many people, other people who are going through the same, who are going through some difficulties in life. And so he knows that he talks to them. He knows that if people want real healing, they have to come and talk to me. so, so what I do is, I'm not a psychologist or doctor, but what I do is I'm using the Dhamma as healing therapy. Meditation, the positive thinking, and simple technique, kindness. And actually, I'm writing. I've almost done it. I'm trying to publish a book. I included all these stories and the techniques in this book. So maybe I was trying to have actual book launching this September, but COVID-19 made it difficult. Maybe next year I will be able to publish this book, so all of you can read it and learn more stories. So that's why Buddha said, "Arogya parama labha." The the health is the greatest gain. Now people become ill or sick because people are harboring the negative emotions. People are holding on to grudges. People are angry. People are hating one another. People are jealous. And all these negative emotions, make people sick.
Yeah.
And so then I'm encouraging people, if you love yourself, that this another teaching of the Buddha, again, that verse, that Gatha can be found in the Dhammapada. It says, Atta nanche piyang janya rakheyanang surakitan hinnamanya tarang tanang patikeya pandito. Now, Atta nanche piyang janya. If you know that your life is precious to you, if you really love yourself, if you really care for yourself, rakhayano surakitan, then you have to protect yourself well,
Yes.
right? You need
Yes.
to, you really care for yourself, if you really love yourself, you need to protect yourself. It's like, I told that man, look, with this condition, no one is going to get closer to you. No one is going to care for you.
Yes.
So you need to heal yourself first. To attract, you need to be to attract people or positivity. You need to be looking good. You need to be emotionally, psychologically strong,
Yes.
healthy, because nobody would like to get closer to someone who is emotional, psychologically unstable. So and then he also understood that. And now his life, since he became healed, his life is very colorful. Now he's speaking on the stages. Lord, he's attracted so many people, and sometimes we are working together. So he's helping, but he's at the same time bringing people to me. So now I also understood that these days, let's say. When the COVID-19 started and it started getting worse and in early March, and then we had to, but of course, Canada was under went into lockdown, and then I had to stop my weekly teachings, and people were panicking now. People were getting stressed out. They were suffering anxieties, and they wanted to come to meditation class, but again, we cannot or offer this.
Yes.
So what I did was I started running a daily meditation session, and I have
Mm.
been running it till for 3 months every day till end of May, every
Okay.
day, like 3 months. This is what I have never done before, and then I realized that people wrote to me expressing their gratitude, their appreciation, and they said this meditation helped them a lot. And normally before meditation, I give a half an hour Dhamma talk,
Yeah.
and so the Dhamma talk gave them inspiration, motivation, created hope. They gave them courage, and so they became stronger. And then now, of course, those in Canada it's very cold. So those days it was cold too, so I could not to see people outside. So now it's summer, and first week of uh, June, I started a new program, and I call it Mindful Conversation Under the Tree with the Urban Buddhist Monk. So
Okay.
yeah, so because you need to be creative, right? To the
What is
down.
under the tree, Ante?
So like it is like Buddha became
Okay.
under the Bodhi tree, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
at our
Yeah.
monastery, we have a small, beautiful garden. So
Okay.
I have prepared the place section under the tree. So
Okay.
I'm offering this service especially for the frontline workers like doctors, nurses, police officers,
Yeah.
and all the essential workers.
Yeah.
And because they're also going through so much, they are suffering
Mm.
from loneliness. They can see the people, their family members. They can spend the time with their loved ones. So people come here. I see people every day. At least 3 to 4 people,
Mm.
and these are not Buddhists. So when they come, I listen to their story. I teach them these simple techniques. We do little meditation. I create hope for them, give them courage, and so um, they become healed. They feel positive, and then they keep coming to join my virtual sessions. And I think this is something that we need to understand. Like if you really care for yourself, you need to go inside. You need to take care of yourself. You need to be kind to yourself. And so uh, uh, now in this country, there is another big problem. Why people suffer? As I said in the Dhammapada stanza in the beginning, Arogya Paramalabha Santuting Paramang Dhanang. Visasa Paramanyati. A trusted friend is the best relative. Now, in the Western world, there's the biggest problem. The problem is nobody trusts others,
Oh. Yeah.
right? Nobody trusts others. and they doubt all the time. Like whatever they are going through, they would not talk about their personal things with others because they don't trust.
Yes.
But they also need to talk to someone.
Yeah.
But they are scared. They are afraid to talk about their life. So now, what they do is these people come to my sessions, weekly sessions, and whatever I talk about, whatever I say, they kind of lean into those teachings. They feel comfortable, and then they
Yeah.
they feel like, I think I can talk to this monk. Yeah, so
Yeah.
because majority of the people, actually, I don't know who they are. This is
Yeah.
a session, anyone can come. So the people come from all walks of life. So after listening to the Dhamma talk, after doing meditation, these people kind of feel comfortable. Like,
Yeah.
what I do is through these programs, I try to create a comfort zone for the public.
Yeah.
Then they can, like, I make people realize that I could be their refuge. I could be their shelter. Yeah.
They
Like,
could be safe there. Yes.
so then they realize, oh yeah, now we can talk to this monk. And so they may come for appointments. I give the appointments and I talk to them. And so once you have a trusted friend, then it leads to talk about your personal struggles. Let's say if I write all the stories I have listened to, my book would be big, huh? A huge book. So then when after listening to their personal stories, struggles, what I do is I just share the Dhamma in a very simple way. Very
Yeah.
simple way. Tell them some stories, teach them this meditation technique, and I ask them to become kind. So that's why I don't know whether you have seen some years ago. Uh, I gave mindfulness meditation training to Canadian police, and that actually became a viral program. And so now majority of the people know me as the Buddhist monk who gave the meditation training to the police. And
Okay.
so I have done it to so many police departments, so like police headquarters in Canada and also in United States. So uh, now that's why I founded this movement. That's why I'm calling Canada a mindful and kind nation. Through this, people can. So through this, I'm promoting mental health.
Yeah.
Like no matter who you are, but Dhamma is the best medicine. Anyone
Yes.
can use this Dhamma medicine for the healing, for the recovery, and for happiness, peace of mind, and all this. And so Dhamma is powerful. If you can, that's what Buddha said. Adi kalyanam, majje
Okay.
kalyanam, paryosana kalyanam.
Adiosana
Dhamma is
Kalyan.
excellent at the beginning, excellent in the middle, excellent in the end.
Yes.
So anyway, what Buddha taught is a universal healing method. Anyone can use it. So
Yes.
and I tell people, I always tell people, I'm not here to convert you. I'm not
Yes.
here to make you to become like me. You be whoever you are,
Yes.
but you have a problem. If you
Yes.
think you have a problem, and the Dhamma is the best solution, best medicine, try
Medicine.
it. And and so that's why. in Canada, I see you would love this. Uh, we have uh, three types of Buddhists living in Canada.
Oh,
There's it's called the hyphenated, hyphen
yes, yes,
hyphenated Buddhist,
yes.
non-hyphenated Buddhist,
Okay.
neither hyphenated, non-hyphenated Buddhist. And
You'll have to define it.
yeah, so hyphenated Buddhist
Yes.
is like, let's say me.
Okay.
I was born in Bangladesh,
Yes.
but I was brought up and trained in Sri Lanka.
Yes.
Now I live in Canada as a Buddhist monk. I have become a Canadian citizen.
Yes.
So I'm the highly qualified hyphenated Buddhist here in Canada. So
Okay.
when people ask for my ID, I say I'm a Bengali, Sri Lankanized Canadian urban Buddhist monk. Like hyphenated Buddhist, let's say Indian Canadian Buddhist,
Okay.
Sri
Okay.
Lankan Canadian Buddhist,
Okay.
right? And
Born and practicing. Are they practicing?
yeah.
Okay.
So then, non-hyphenated Buddhist is a Canadian, like born in Canada. Their parents are Canadian, but late they became Buddhists,
Okay.
right? So they are the Canadian Buddhists. So I'm the, let's say, Bengali Canadian Buddhist. So I'm called hyphenated Buddhist, and non-hyphenated Buddhist is
Yes.
a real Canadian Buddhist. Okay. So the
Right.
next one is neither hyphenated nor non-hyphenated Buddhist. Is like, let's say there are Christians, okay,
Yes.
and they love Buddhism, they love Buddha Dhamma, they love meditation, and although they love Buddhism, they don't like to give up their uh, their religion, let's say Christianity,
An
okay.
attachment to the
Yeah,
Christian.
yeah. So sometimes people ask, Bante, I'm a Christian, but can I practice Buddhism? I said, of course, you can. This
Yes.
is just a label. So then I tell people, okay, so um, this third type of Buddhist is called the Christbus. A
Okay.
Christian Buddhist is called Christbus.
Oh, Christmas.
It
Okay.
is a Christian at the same time is a Buddhist. It's called the Christian. And then uh, there are Jubus. Jubus means Jewish Buddhist.
Okay.
Uh, and there are some Muslim Buddhists too. They are called Musbus.
Acha, you have named them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so like that. So now the Dhamma has the healing power. Dhamma can
Yeah.
heal anyone.
Yeah.
So Dhamma is beautiful. That's why but the thing is, we need to become very creative. We need to make a Dhamma practice very simple. And
Yeah.
once they are fine, then we can help them to learn more, go deeper and deeper. But the simple Dhamma practice can heal anyone. So
Yeah.
this is something that I wanted to share with you and with your students.
Thank you, Vande. Thank you so much. I mean, I'm sure everybody, like the stories and, the simple way you explain things. We
Yeah.
are very grateful, Vande.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Iti piso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vijjacharana sampanno sugato lokavido anuttara purisa dhamma sarate satta deva manussanang buddho bhagavate swakato bhagavata dhamma Sandiciko akaliko ehipasiko panaiko paccata veditabo vinyo hete Supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangha Ujupatipanno bhagavato savaka sangha Nyaya patipanno bhagavato savaka sangha Sami Cipatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Yadidan Chattari Purisa Yugani Atta Purisa Puggala Esa Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Ahunayo Pahunayo Dakkinayo Anjali Karaniyo Anuttaran Punyaketang Lokasate Etena sacha vajjena sattite hotu sabbada etena sacha vajjena sabbarogo vinassato etena sacha vajjena hotu te jaya mangalan sabbitiyo vivajjanto sabbarogo vinassato Mate bhavatvantaraya sukhi digayako bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sada sotte bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata Sabba dhamma nubhavena sada sotte bhavantu te bhavato sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata Sabba sangha nubhavena sada sotte bhavantu te nakhatayakka bhutanang papaggaha nivarana Parittasanubhavena hantate sangupadave akasatta ca bhummatta devanaga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva cirang rakkantu sasanang akasatta ca bhummatta devanaga mahiddhika Punyantang anumoditva cirang rakkantu desanang akasatta ca bhummatta devanaga mahiddhika Punyantang anumoditva cirang rakkantu tvang sada By the power of all this blessing chanting, by the power and grace of the Buddha, Dhamma, the Sangha, may you all be well, happy, and peaceful. May you all be free from all sufferings and pains. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. Finally, may you all experience the real happiness, the bliss of Nibbana.
Sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.